Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Mystical Mysteries, the podcast. You are here with Olivia and Anna. Hey, girlfriend.
Hey, how are you, Olivia?
Good, 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 good. Just another case, another crazy day in my medium life. Yeah, anyways, you went to Lilydale.
I did. What a
How'd it
great
go?
time. It was an excellent time. It was a physical mediumship preseason weekend, which they try to run every year now. They do the preseason
Yeah,
of physical mediumship, which was great because it
let's
was a taste of a little of everything.
let's do that next year. I'll go next year. I just wasn't able to make it. My son was in a car accident and I am now his chauffeur.
Fun.
And trying to find a time now to get away to he's dependent on me for rides. So
Oh, that makes it
can't
hard.
can't do
Yes.
I know it
Mm,
stinks, but he's safe and good, so that's all that
excellent.
matters.
Excellent.
So preseason you recommend
Highly
for Lily.
recommend,
Who did you
especially if you've who did I see there?
yeah,
Okay, so it was divided into three teachers for that. And I'm pretty sure that they'll do it again next year, the same three. So
groovy.
there was the woman who lives out of Lilydale and does a lot of this sort of physical mediumship work. She's also a spirit artist. Her name is Susan Barnes. And she runs the program. She's really trying to bring back the physical mediumship to Lilydale because they
Cool.
sort of have gone their separate ways with that
Right.
because there's a lot of fraud and whatnot. So
Right.
it just became a very controversial thing. So she runs it and she brings in this woman named Lisa Mandel. I think she's from Pennsylvania area. And she
Oh.
does a lot of the trance and cabinet work.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that's her thing. She does a lot of the basically, yeah, a lot of you know, sitting in the cabinet, doing transfiguration, all of that falls under her umbrella of work, which that's what the classes with her were about. And
Cool.
then Nancy Smith, who is also one of my teachers for spirit art, she came in and she did a lot of the automatic writing, again,
Oh
like you
yeah.
saw. And she did the spirit, a little of spirit art, but mostly precipitated art where spirit actually draws without us using our hands or drawing anything. It's just an object placed into a box and then we bring it into the cabinet, do work and see if there's any lines. It's really an interesting class.
Ooh. I'm in for
So
next year for sure.
yeah,
My
yeah. So
son
that was
can
a lot of
hitchhike
fun.
to work. Oh crap, sorry.
Needs a car by then. You got
Yeah.
a year.
Oh,
He's got a
I
year.
know.
Tell him he's got a year.
I know. I know. I know it's true. But I do enjoy a good class. It's I just think it's never ending practice and all that kind of good stuff. It keeps us sharp and in tuned. And so I dig it. And I love meeting all these teachers. You just
Oh
learn.
yeah, they're fabulous. Everybody's got something to teach, right?
Yeah.
So it's
Well,
a three
even just
day.
like in their personal lives, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh
holy
yeah, their
shit, like
experiences. Yes,
exactly. That I
yes.
love that. That part is always fun to me.
So it was super personal. We had three full days with them, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. every day.
Jeez. Nice.
Full days. Yeah, that was really great. You learned a lot. You know, a lot of different. You got to experience too. So if you didn't know about parts of it, you got to like have a little taste of it. Nothing was like, oh, this is how we would actually do it. If you were actually going to study any of those
Right.
specialties, you'd really be immersing in it. But this is just like
Sure.
a taste of everything.
Yeah, that's a great
Yeah.
way to do it though. I like
So
that.
it's really cool. And if you have had experience, you obviously just work on the next level of stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So there's something for everyone. I'm not saying that if you're experienced, you shouldn't go,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
So you recommend the preseason though?
I did. I really enjoyed it. This is the
Yeah, we
first time I've
went
gone to this one. Yeah.
yeah, we went during not the hype, right? Well, it was, in a lot of people, it was open to everybody.
Yes, we went in
That
July with
and
Pam that year.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad, but I think I'd prefer preseason too. You kind of get in there before,
Preseason's quieter. Not everything is open. You know, not a lot of
right?
people are doing all their
Is
stuff.
the
So it's
cafe
like
still open?
you have one, I think, one or two that will open that some of them do not. Some of the shops are not, but some also
Right.
there's been a lot of turnaround, so a lot of the shops are not there anymore. The beautiful little shop that you liked, the purple building, I can't think of the name
Yes.
of it.
I can't
They
either.
they're done. They had their sale, you know, out of their garage, all their jewelry, everything, because they're going moving on. I think a couple of miles from there to live on the lake. I think, and
Oh,
they're
nice.
older, they're retiring,
I
so
was
they've
gonna say I remember them being older. So
So yeah, but I'm sure something else will move into that spot. So it's always kind
Cool.
of changing. So yeah,
Well,
but it was a good
groovy.
time.
Well, that all sounds awesome. We'll make sure to talk about maybe next year doing a little something something and we'll tell everybody the dates of maybe the preseason and stuff like that. So we can do something with that. But
Absolutely.
well, we're here today, girlfriend, to talk about a missing young man
Hmm.
who is 22 years old. And do you want me to tell you his name? Or do you want to just do the reading first and
I'll
then I'll
just
tell
do
you
what I
everything?
had. Why don't I do
Okay.
what I had? That way, if so I don't, yeah, so I don't know
Yeah, yeah,
anything.
yeah.
Not influenced or tainted by anything that you say.
Groovy. And I like that because, I mean, obviously I had to do the research for afterwards.
Right.
And so I do know now, but you still do not, which is awesome because once you listen to my reading, I do have questions for you to see like, how does that feel? Does that feel right? Does it not feel right? That kind of stuff. And that way you're not front loaded.
Okay, let me just ask you one thing. Is this case solved?
It is not.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, great,
So yeah.
great,
All right,
perfect.
sister. So, yeah, so have at it. Tell me what you got on this case.
So I tried going in psychically and mediumistically. I tried two different separate
Sessions.
approaches. So I just kind of, yeah, two different sessions and just kind of actually did three sessions on this. First session, I got very minimal things. It was until the second and the third session that more started sort of flowing.
Okay.
Um, so from the first session, I did get, it was really strange. And I knew it to be this way when I heard it. So I got like moving water and ocean, but not as any type of location. I knew it was like from doing solar, it was symbolism. That's something to me that always like something chaotic has happened, something that, it was turbulent. So,
Okay.
and I feel like that when that representation comes up, it's also like it's emotional and physical together.
Yeah.
Tells me there's double components there. So I got it, I drew the perpetrator. Obviously, I sent you a picture of that.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
don't know if that, should I hold it up or
Yeah,
if
you
will it
can
even
hold
come?
it up.
I don't know if it will come. No, I
I
can't. Is
know.
it?
There it is.
Oh,
There it
kind
is.
of. Oh, that's kind of weird. It does sort of. It's ghostly.
I know it's
Kind of the
creepy.
background kind
Um
of flows out. So that's kind
so
of weird.
yeah, and I will also have all the sketches because I did a map and I did a couple of sketches myself. I'm going to show them to you here, but I'm going to also put them on TikTok on my TikTok account and so that people can go and reference this episode back and forth. So you can see the pictures, but
So obviously, I got a perpetrator. I feel there was more than one. That was
yeah.
the main one. Okay, so that's the main one. And again, it was a real quick sketch. I didn't really spend too much time there. Sort of just felt in. But what I can tell you about the perpetrator, what I felt in tuning into him, I could see right away that he there was some ethnicity to him, but I don't know what it was because
Okay.
I could hear an accent in his voice. Okay,
Okay.
I felt like he had an elongated, sort of longish nose. Um, and I think it's cultural from wherever he is from. I'm not sure.
Okay.
And he had a sort of like really shaved, clean sides and longer streaks of hair kind of pulled over to like a side part pulled over.
Okay.
And he wore a plaid shirt, which to me felt like that was significant, symbolizing cold, somewhere cold. But I don't
Okay.
know. I'm just going to put that out there.
Okay.
Okay. So, what I felt was this young man who when I tuned into the victim, I felt like he was somebody obviously that was athletic. He felt like he was an athlete of sorts. I felt like this was not an intentional crime. I that or whatever happened to him was not premeditated. It wasn't like
Mm.
he knew the person. I didn't feel that. I
Okay.
felt like yeah, it was a wrong place, but also it feels sort of like there could have been like a robbery kind of, but also there was some hatred towards him, like a hate crime. So I'm going to give you those three pieces.
Okay.
I got the name, and this might not be his name, but I
Okay.
got the name of, I heard like a Carlsbad. I'm not sure, but that
Okay.
name sort of came up and surfaced.
Super
Um,
interesting.
I felt like when I was looking at the image of the victim, when I looked at it from a distance, it looked like he was smiling and whatever. But as I got closer, I almost felt like, again, there was sadness, and I don't know if that's coming from the crime or whatever. But his expression almost changed to me when I
Okay.
when I would get closer and stare at him. Um, let's see, turbulent water, sadness. Let me just make sure I'm covering everything I've got here. So what I heard was in the medium, and when I was starting to go in mediumship wise, he told me he tried to walk away. So I feel like I don't know if he was trying to get some alone time or wherever he was, or he was kind of wandered off on his own, just whatever. But I get him by himself. But I feel like he encounters the first perp that I threw the picture up of, and I think some type of exchange happened. I don't know if there was that at that point he was being robbed or there was some kind of conversation, but more people showed up. I felt of the perpetrators group or gang, and I also felt they were roughly in his age range, not really old and but like around in their 20s. Okay, so that's
Right.
kind of what I'm getting for a feeling. And I feel like at that point, what he tried to tell me was, he said, I tried to walk away. So I don't know if he backed up, tried to get away from one, and tried to calm the situation, but he keeps repeating, I tried to walk away.
Right.
Apparently that didn't work out for him. I also got for that I felt like when I drew this picture, there were words that came across the face, which was really interesting because I've never seen that. So it must have been something from a writing, maybe from before. But when I started using the chalk and charcoal on it, across his cheek and across the neck, there are some words which were kind of hard to make out. But it looked to me like it said moving location. So it made me feel like whatever they did with him, they moved him to a different location from where they had the exchange
Altercation.
with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I also felt like he blew right out of my head. Oh, I got clearly, I asked, and the words that I heard were across state lines. And I don't know what that means. So I just kind of shelved it. I'm like, I'm not where I didn't get a
Okay.
state, but wherever it was, it's not in where his state is. I feel like it's across lines, it kind of across state
Okay.
lines. That's
Okay.
kind of how they said it. So I don't know what
Okay.
that means. So I really
Okay.
shouldn't even get too much on that. Here, bodies across state lines. Okay. He tried to walk away. I feel also when I tune into him as in the mediumship wise, he's all over the place. So to me, that signals that it could be something mentally going on, but I feel like he's impaired in some way. Alcohol, drugs, something. He's
Okay.
wandered off now, and then he encounters this guy, and again, what tries to walk away. That all came through the mediumship session.
Okay.
Um, and I think that was. Did I forget anything? I think that's pretty much what I was picking up on. I have
Okay.
notes everywhere. I hope that said everything, but I'm not sure. There might be a few things I forgot to talk about.
So I am listening to you as you're talking.
Mhm.
I am saving. I got something to show you because
Okay.
so we got a lot of the same things,
Okay.
and I want to share with you. So
Sure.
eventually I'm going to share screen, but I also want to show you a couple of things. So all of that is relevant, by the way,
Oh, cool.
and very similar to what I got.
Cool.
And so I'm just going to go ahead and sorry, I'm like tangled in my stuff here. I am going to tell you what I got when I did the thing. So the first thing I did when I popped in, and so it's like I jump into location for myself. So I
Mhm.
saw everything kind of like at a bird's eye view a little bit. So I could see like a small town, and it reminded me of like the Alps, or I don't know, Switzerland. I've never been, so I don't know why, but I was like, oh, I see mountains and I see snow-capped mountains and I see like this really cool, unique, like Switzerland type of town. I knew I saw that immediately, and I saw water to my right, and I kept seeing a parking lot. So those two things. So sometimes, like when I jump into places, it looks like it's like right all there, but I
Mm,
don't know how far away the water in the parking lot is, on to be honest. And I
right.
just knew that the parking lot was significant for whatever reason because I kept looking at this parking lot. Like I wanted to go there. I wanted to go to the parking lot. So let me just wrote down, but that's when I closed my eyes, that was the first thing I saw was that little, it kind of looked like a roundish kind of old town.
Hmm.
And that was my first experience. So I see this kid, he's in a town that reminds me of the Swiss Alps, cute small town, high-end boutiques, restaurants and bars, like a resort or other like resorts, but there's other hotels there as well. I felt like this kid left by oh God, sorry, can't read my own writing. He left by himself from a bar. I felt like he was drunk. I
Hmm.
think him and his friends were at a bar drunk and got separated. Um, and then I felt like he was walking by himself and
Yes.
carefree. Like I don't
Hmm.
feel scared. I don't feel like, oh, someone's looking over my shoulder or anything like that. I feel like I'm just walking, I'm walking back. I felt like I'm walking back. So I'm wondering
Mm,
if he's walking back to the hotel, is what I wrote. Is he going back to the hotel? Question mark. I feel okay. This is where I started like kind of jumping a little bit, and I'm not sure why or how this came about. But I felt like he then started showing me like an alleyway. Like I felt like I saw two perpetrators, two men. There's very possibly a woman involved, but I don't I
mm,
don't know if she did like the crime part of it.
mm,
Could it be about a woman almost like is how I felt like, and I do feel like he's met these people before. They're not friends, but like did he talk to them earlier in the night? Like
mm,
so he still didn't feel like on guard. Like, oh, hey, but there's like this alleyway because I keep seeing like and is it the side of a building or behind the building? Because I felt like I saw a tall building and a garbage can, like a dumpster and
mhm,
other small area here. So I just wanted to call it the alleyway, and I don't know. But
mm, mm,
and then I felt like it was suddenly dark. I'm on this path and it's dark there, and I do see trees around me, and I actually see in front, like if I'm looking up kinda like apartments or Airbnb is what I wrote. I wrote Airbnb. Why I would think it was Airbnb, I don't know, but it was like Airbnb or apartments. Um, and then I was there, I was gone. Like it was like boom, like fast. Like it happened super, super fast. I think these two guys jumped out. I also got robbery. And
mhm,
so I wrote here, okay, let me go back to my writing. It was darker there, dumpster and stuff, blah, blah, blah. He saw someone he recognized. So he wasn't afraid. He just recognized them. He didn't know them, but he did recognize them. I do feel like these two guys are like seasonal workers. I feel
mm,
like one guy was like, because I kept saying ski slope or skier, something about skiing. And I felt like this guy could have been a ski instructor or worked at where they actually ski. And I felt like the other one is he like, did he work at a hotel or something else? I don't think the two work together, but they stay together maybe. Um,
mm,
but they're friends. But I also felt like this is not the first time they did something like this. They
mm,
felt practiced to me. Like I don't think they went in with the intention of like murdering someone per se. I do not feel like this kid is alive. I feel like
no.
he's
Oh no, he's not
yeah.
alive.
I feel that these guys have done this before. I don't feel they went in with the intention of like, I think something happened maybe at the bar or
Yeah.
something.
There's
I
something
think that there
said
was
back and
some
forth.
kind of confrontation, like, I'm
Yes.
not even like, honest to God, not even that big of a deal because I feel like this kid is so passive, like, go with the flow, super chill, like, like, oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, no problem. Sorry, dude. And I feel like this perpetrator has issues, anger issues, jealousy issues. I felt that he has been in trouble before. I also felt like the one guy, um, not the ski instructor, but the like maybe possibly the hotel guy. I don't know. It's like it's hard for me because these two guys are blending very a lot for me. But I
Mm.
just felt like, is it possible that one of them has a background of some kind of shenanigans, with law enforcement? I don't know what kind of background, but it's not murder or anything like that. But it's like, maybe possibly robbery or having
Could be
some
some
stolen
theft. Yeah.
items or like,
Some petty
have,
items. Yeah.
yeah, like, or marijuana or like stuff like that. Right. Um, but I do feel like they're seasonal workers. And so, I will say something about a female. I just kept feeling like, did he meet a female and this was her boyfriend, or did, something like that? Like it just feels like there's something about the female. I'm not saying she's involved by any means. I'm just saying like there's something about it that keeps popping up for me.
Mm.
Um, I actually felt like at first they were like, hey, come to this party. Is that why he didn't go? I don't know what's going on. So I felt like he was invited to a party and like the promise of meeting the girls or something, like come to the party. Um, and again, I keep seeing those condos Airbnb. So I'm wondering if maybe that's close by and that's where the party was going to be, or that's what
Mm.
I don't even think he made it to the party. Is that why he was walking on a path?
Mm. That could be.
I don't know.
I
Like,
don't
I know
know.
that's my left brain kicking in right now, but like, I just felt like there was some kind of promise of like a party. And I felt like he was just like, he didn't want to be rude. Like, this kid is just a good kid, super polite. And like, I'm tired, but I'll just go for an hour, like it was like, that's what it felt like to me. Like, I'm just going to go for like an hour or so. Um, but what else? And then he'd go back to his hotel.
Yeah, because I got him trying to walk away. Like he's like, I just tried to walk away. Like
Yeah.
kind of like,
Um, but I think that they ambushed him later. Like I feel like
oh yeah.
they see him and they said, "Hey, come to this party. We want you to go." And then he was like, he felt like, "Oh, okay, oh, that was really nice of them." You know what I mean? Like he's just that kind of kid. I'll just go for like a half an
Mm.
hour to an hour and I'll just go home. It's kind of how I felt. And then I don't think he ever made it to the party. I don't think he made
Mm.
it to a location. I felt like he was jumped outside. So maybe possibly in this alleyway or this path, or I don't know, whatever this is in the dark with trees, because I feel like they're kind of hidden a little bit. Um, but yes, I felt like it was a bit of a setup. And
Yes.
I even wrote robbery question mark. Walking on a path, dark. Okay, I said all that already. Oh,
Yeah.
um,
I got the
I
robbery
felt
too.
like he was taken in a car. I felt
Yes. 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 I
okay,
have car written down.
good.
There is a
So I did feel like they put him either in the trunk or in the back of the vehicle. And I'm driving for a very short distance. I do not feel like I'm in the trunk for very long. So,
I don't even know where we are. So as you're describing this, I don't know. Are you in a state? Because I kept getting crossing a line. We crossed the state lines.
do you want me to tell you, or do you want to wait until I get to the story part of it?
Oh, whatever you want to
I don't know.
do.
Well, I just felt like I was in a car and
Okay.
I was driving and like not very far at all. And I felt like that these two guys took me to work, took me back to where I worked or to where they were familiar with. Um, And I do feel like I was put in something. I think it's metal. I think it's cold. I think it's hard. I do feel like if I looked up, I felt like I saw a lid and it was like, if I was to push up on it, it would be
Hmm.
heavy. Um, it reminds me of a dumpster a
Okay.
bit.
Okay.
Because I kept seeing the dumpster. So again, I don't know if it's the dumpster in that. I don't think it would be in the alleyway. I think I am moved. I think I'm like 15, 20, 30, less than 30 minutes, but like maybe 15
But you're
minutes
moved.
away.
Yes, I
And
felt the
then
body moved.
because he ended up passing. I think they beat him pretty good. I think they beat him up.
Yeah, I got a little bit of hate in there too. So I thought it was more like a hate crime. Like I don't know what nationality this perp is, but I feel like there was some animosity towards Americans.
Do you,
Do you,
oh,
do,
really? Okay. Do you think it's possible that the girl sparked the irritation
it could be
and
the girl,
then,
but could be that too. I don't know, but it felt
right?
like there was some animosity, like
Yeah. Oh,
towards
I felt like
him.
the perp was pissed, like over something that really he didn't even have to be pissed about. Like, dude, pull yourself together. You're
Right.
making this a problem and it's not a problem. Is
And
kind of the one guy.
yeah,
And I
because
think
I go ahead.
no, I was going to say, but I think that they've done this before. I think they've robbed people before.
Yeah, because it felt like this kid was like saying, tried to walk away from it. Like I feel like he was trying to be reasonable, but they weren't he wasn't having it. You know what I mean? Like it
Yeah.
wasn't like they were just weren't
I
having
think
it.
it
Whatever.
happened so fast though. Like
Yeah.
I don't think it was very long. I think it was super fast.
Hmm.
Um,
But
okay,
I don't
so
have like I
car.
don't see I don't see where the body goes. I never seem to see that, but I did feel it was going over state lines, whatever
Okay.
that means for state lines. I don't know
Okay.
what that means.
Um, it is interesting that you're saying that, but I'll tell you why I think it's interesting.
Hmm.
So I did feel like I was in a car. I don't think I was um in a car for very long at all. And I felt like they took me somewhere that they're familiar with.
Hmm.
And I will felt like where they kind of ended up putting him in, like maybe possibly a dumpster that they knew would be going out soon. Like, you know
Well,
what I
especially
mean?
if you said they're resort workers, they would know that. If they
They
were
would
like
know.
they
And
would
know
know the
and this
schedules
place, there
and
was kind of like to me, a little bit like possibly construction. So like it would be a place where not a lot of people would go. You know what I mean? Even though this is like a resort, so it's kind of off the beaten path a bit. And there I put them inside this metal container, which reminds me of a dumpster, is what I would say.
hmm.
Um, and okay, so because I really don't feel like the girl is part of it, I'm not going to give a description of her at all.
Hmm.
But I did feel hotel worker, male, 20s to 30s, drugs, smoker, tall, thin, thinner
Yes.
build,
Yep.
brownish hair,
Hmm.
um, cut short on the sides and shaggy on the top.
Yeah,
Isn't
that's
that
crazy.
crazy?
That is crazy. I think
Wait
we
until I
saw
show
him.
you. Yeah. And then the other guy I felt was a little bit older than him. Um, skier, partier, may have had like run-ins with the law before. I felt like he was a bit of a nomad. Like they go from maybe place to place, or like he had gone place to place. I don't know if he's settled here or not. One of them is not from there or will live there. Like I don't think they're from there. Neither one of these guys are from here. In
Okay.
my opinion, that's what it felt like to me. Like they're a bit of both, of like a bit of a ski resort nomad. Um, now, the only reason why I can tell you that is because I live near a ski resort and some of those guys are nomads. They're just like fly by the seat of their pants and, that kind of hippy dippy type of thing.
Like carnival workers.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Hmm.
So, and then the other guy that I felt was a teeny bit older, I felt also had brown, possibly curly hair. I felt like I saw facial hair, like a goatee, or I think it changes quite often, to be honest. Sometimes I see him with the oh shit, sorry. Sometimes I see him with the beard, and sometimes I see him with like the goatee and beard. short beard and then long, the whole face beard. Very thin, very thin. I don't know if you would get a bushy beard. I don't know. I didn't see that, but
Mm.
okay. I kept getting Jack from Three's Company. I
Oh,
I don't know if I don't know why. Is it
interesting.
because the three of them live together, the female and the two males, or is one of their names Jack? I don't know. But for whatever reason, I kept getting Jack from Three's Company, and I don't know what that freaking means. Um,
Huh.
yeah. And I did write down, do they live together? And I did write down Jack because I was pulled towards Jack. So, um, this is super hard. I have a couple of maps. Um, this one, I'm not even gonna play with that one. But let me show you. Oh, wait. I have two pads. I have to make sure I'm showing the right stuff here. So this is the one. Oh my God. Okay, wait until I show you this. I don't know if you can see it because it's in pencil.
It might come out. Push it up against there. Oh,
Hi.
we know I can't even see anything. Like it's not allowing me to see it. How did I do that? Wait, tip it some because it kind of starts coming up, but it doesn't. Oh,
Damn
I
it.
don't know. I don't know how mine came out of there. That's
Oh,
kind of weird.
oh,
Oh,
can you see it?
no, it disappeared again. No, it doesn't. It doesn't stay.
Oh,
That's.
that's so crazy. How did you do yours?
I
All
have
right. Well,
no
I'm going to
idea.
share pictures with you in the chat then,
Okay.
because
Yeah, because I want to see it.
I don't have the best drawing
Oh,
skills, but I did draw two perpetrators.
okay.
So,
I knew there was more than one, but I only focused on one.
yeah, I kind of go back and forth with this other dude. And but I feel I did draw him where I think I made his hair too straight, to be quite honest. But I don't know. You're gonna have to look. But I felt like there was something about these two that really stood out to me. Um,
Okay.
and then now I lost my map again, girlfriend.
Mm. And you
Oh
can't show any kind
no.
of whiteboard up there, right? Like you can't,
I I think I can. I just don't know how to do that one. Wait.
because I was wondering if we could show your.
Okay, see, this is the problem. When I get inspired, I freaking start
Oh, my notes are terrible, all over the
drawing.
place,
I just grab a pad and
everywhere.
start doing my thing. Ah, here it is. Yay. Okay. Yeah, no.
And so it did. And push it against, keep coming forward towards me all the way. Oh, no, it just blocks you out. I don't understand that, Olivia. Oh, wait.
Okay, do you see that round thing on the bottom, like a
I
half
do. I
circle?
do. I can
Okay,
see that. Just
I
stay
felt
still
like it
there.
was like a roundabout. And do you see this rectangular thing? It looks like there's a fish in it or something. It's like right underneath the house thing up at the top to the.
Yep. Yep. I
Okay,
do see that.
I felt like
Like a
there's
tissue
water in
box.
there.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like a tissue box. There's water in there. And
Yep.
then
I
like
can.
some kind of building and house or something. Um, and then these weird roads. Dude, I think I found it. I think I found
Yes.
this location.
Oh,
Yeah. So I'm going to take pictures of this as well. And I'm going to send it to you on chat so you can see what I'm talking about as I'm explaining,
okay.
because I kind of wanted to show you a little bit of something. So let me tell you about the story.
Yeah.
This,
I forgot about
this,
that. We got to know it really
yeah, this young
the
man
background.
is Liam Toman. He's 22 years old and he's from Ontario.
Oh,
And
he's
he
Canadian.
went, you kept
Oh,
saying across lines. So I'm wondering
okay.
country lines. You know what I mean? So he
Uh,
is from Ontario. And he went missing February 2nd of 2025. So this is pretty recent.
okay.
And he went missing from Saturday into Sunday, the wee hours of Sunday morning. Just after 3 a.m., after he left a local bistro in the village of, oh Lord. Okay, so y'all hang on tight because I
Okay.
can't pronounce things.
Okay.
So it's not French. I'm Hispanic. We don't do that. So, okay, the village of Mont Tremblant, Quebec. I don't know if that's saying that right. The last time Liam was seen, he was wearing a black and dark green patterned coat, black pants, and a green plaid sweater.
Plaid.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah. And white and black striped toque, toque, toque. I don't know. Toque. I don't know. Whatever you call it. It's those ski mask things that go like this. Because my
Oh, yeah, yeah,
understanding,
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's cold. It must be cold.
it was like negative 25 degrees or something
What
outside.
month did you say that was? February?
February.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was freaking cold. And let's see. So he was planning a trip to go skiing with his two friends. And Liam was last used his phone at 3:16 a.m. on February 2nd. He is not considered a runaway. He has not accessed his bank account, used his phone, or any of his social media accounts since that time.
Mm,
Um, the local police department, let's just say that it's Surrey du Quebec. Yep. So I'm probably not saying that right either. So I'm just going
okay.
to say local law enforcement continues to investigate his disappearance. The search, starting on February 2nd, an extensive search were on the grounds. And it involved like 100 officers and specialized teams, and Mont Tremblant security and volunteers from the Quebec Association of Search and Rescue Volunteers. So there was a ton of people out there looking for this kid.
Mm.
It did take a while for them to realize that he was actually missing. Um, so let me so the search, let me go back to the search. This for 5 days, the search covered extensive areas within 500-meter radius of Mont Tremblant Mountain Village and surrounding areas. The investigators scanning surveillance cameras, interviewing people, and literally going door to door, knocking on people's doors. Um,
So wait, let me start for a second. So Liam and his friends were from another town coming there to do skiing, or
yep,
whatever they. Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So, um, a police no a police helicopter equipped with infrared flew over a large area to scan the terrain, mountains, lakes, and roads. Snowmobiles traversed the roads. Snow
Okay.
piles were removed, horses combed the mountains, and divers checked the swamp and lake on day 5. Every
Oh
vehicle
wow.
entering Mont Tremblant on the second weekend was stopped to distribute posters. Liam was not found. No body was recovered. He remains missing to this day. Um, so this is what I can tell you. His last known movements. He was leaving a local bar called Le Petit Caribou, and he was walking towards his hotel, Le Tour de Voyageur, or something like that. Um, they do have video evidence. They saw
Oh,
him on a security footage. It shows Liam walking from towards his hotel, and he actually stops and possibly speaking with individuals nearby at around 3:20 a.m. However, there's no footage of him entering the hotel. I don't think he ever went into the hotel.
doesn't sound like it.
Mm-mm. I don't see him there though. Like I see him almost there or behind it or to the side of it because I saw him in that alleyway
Mm.
with the where the dumpster is. Um, but I didn't see him. Then he's
I
still outside.
I
Like
saw
he's
him
still,
outside when the altercation happened,
yep,
so I never
same.
saw anything beyond that. So
Yep, me too. And I think he was in like a pathway or in that alleyway or something like that.
see, I felt like he was trying to blow off some steam. He was walking somewhere. Like I felt like my head was, like I said, was kind of messed up. I felt like he'd been drinking, and I think he stepped outside, and he was kind of just trying to cool some steam, just kind of.
Well, he did walk. I mean, the walk from the bar to the hotel room was like 6 to 8 minutes or something like that, I believe is what
Okay,
they
yeah,
said.
but because I'm feeling like I'm going out, I'm just
Yeah, no,
um
he left. So he did. So his final call, let me just go here. At last call and text messages were sent from his phone at approximately 3:15. The security footage is what saw him talking to people at 3:20. So at 3:20,
hmm,
he was still okay. Since then, there has been no activity on his phone, bank accounts, or social media. Liam on March 22nd, Liam's wallet was found near P1 main parking lot. I'm wondering if
oh
that's why it kept
Going to the
parking lot.
parking lot.
Yes. And I know I was getting ski, or ski, mountain, ski, but I feel like it's more than just this happened at a ski resort. I feel like skiing or skier has to do with the perpetrator, but also could this be closer to where his body is or where he was dumped? So that
Mm,
makes sense to me that they never found him if they had put him in a dumpster and then the dumpster was moved, right? So have they checked local um dumps,
mm.
like where they would go and empty these things?
These, yeah, and probably a lot of trash, commercial area
Because
where
there's
there's ski
no
resort,
way,
right?
yeah, there's no way that they could bury a body. It's like frozen out there. So there's just no way. Um
Unless they dumped it in the mountains somewhere that you just, if they're
I'm
ski
going to tell you,
instructors.
I don't know who they are.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just felt like they needed to get back fast. So like,
Mm.
boom.
That was
And then that way they're not missed. And I don't think that they would have quit their jobs then because that would look suspicious. It was for me, it was like they would just not return the next season or something like that because they
right.
are
What was, yeah, what was the
so.
time frame? Oh, sorry. I was just going to ask you what the time frame was from the time he left wherever he was at to the time that they had him talking to somebody. It was at 3 a.m. or whatever you said.
Yeah, so let me see if I can break this down just a little bit more. Now he was with his friends at the bar. He ended up leaving the bar. I think if I remember correctly, he his friends left first, maybe possibly, and they thought he had already left. So they were trying to text message each other, but Liam by accident texted his dad, like meet me outside or something. I think it was something to that effect, but he accidentally sent it to his dad instead of to his friend. So his friend never
Mm,
got it and was like, "Hey, where are you, dude?" That kind of thing.
mm,
Um, and then he had to have known that, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. No one, his friends aren't there. So obviously they left. And it was just the one friend that went out with him. Um,
okay.
the friend did say that the next morning he woke up and Liam still wasn't home. So he thought he maybe had met someone at the bar.
Right.
So he didn't really question it, but he did text him and was like, "Hey, where are you at?" Checking in.
Mm,
And then Liam never got back. And then he said that they had plans to go skiing that day. So him and his other friend went skiing, thinking Liam was fine and hooking up. So they said that they did text him like every hour on the hour, like, "Hey, what's going on? Hey." Then they
right.
realized it was mid afternoon and they were like, "Wait a minute." And then they started like texting him every, twice an hour, 3 times an hour. Like they increased it, like, "Dude, you need to answer us right now." And he
Right.
wasn't answering. So that's when I guess they decided to call his dad or his parents
Okay.
and say, "We
He's
haven't heard
missing.
of Liam. We don't know what's going on. And he's not been seen since or heard from since." But it looks like, so let me show, I'm going to screen share here. I'm going to show you, boom. All right. Can you see this okay?
Yes.
All right. Groovy. Let me do this. Okay.
Oh, he looks so sweet there.
I know. Heart freaking breaking. So this is an article that I found. And this article was written just this year.
Mm,
It was May 15th of 2026. And it was it says here more than 15 months since his disappearance from the resort town of North Montreal. Liam Toman's family will be back in Mont Tremblant this weekend looking for answers. And we feel that there's a bit of a code of silence there in Tremblant community.
oh,
Toman's family, father, Chris, said in an interview, in other words, like no one's talking.
right. So people know more.
Oh, and I agree. I agree 100% with that. I
Well,
think
he
there
was
are,
talking to people outside. You said, whatever, you outside at 3 a.m. You
yeah,
said they,
at
so they had
3:20.
footage, or they have footage of him talking to other people. So maybe somebody saw something.
Yeah. Oh, I think people know what happened. You know what I mean? So if I can remember correctly, I read somewhere that the family tried to get the hotel to immediately start putting out his picture. And the hotel was like, no. And
Wow.
I was like, oh, that's not cool.
That's not
That
cool at all.
I, you know, because, it's a higher end. My understanding is it's a higher end area. I'm going to show you pictures in just a sec.
They don't want to ruin their business.
Exactly.
Mm,
But truth be told, I feel like by not doing that and doing everything you possibly can as a hotel, they could have solved this. I
right.
think
I
had they jumped on
probably
it immediately, I think this could have been solved.
taken it seriously and
Heck yeah.
yeah,
I think that people would have come out and talked, but now time has passed and it's like, I've been holding it now for so long, I'm going to get in trouble myself, type of thing.
exactly.
Um, it's a great community, but we think that there's a couple of people that know what's going on. And I agree with that statement as well. This is all from dad. We say somebody knows something. Um, okay, so here is the video of Liam. And I'll send it to you so you can look at it, but it does show him moving and talking. And then he's talking to two guys, actually. And
Huh,
he's
interesting.
pointing, yeah, and he's pointing to the hotel. And then he goes one direction and the guys go another direction.
Can they see the
So,
guys in there clearly?
no, I mean,
Oh,
I think so eventually because I believe they question those two gentlemen. And they're
okay.
like, we can't even remember what we said to them. I
Hmm,
don't know, dude. I just find that to be a little sus.
interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't understand it. But I also kind of wanted to show you. Um, nope, that's not it. Nope, that's not. There we go. So the petite caribou is right here.
Okay.
Can you see that little finger, dude?
Yep. Yep.
Okay. And then as you go through, this is how he would have walked. I did this as a walking map. And then his
Okay.
hotel is right here. So you can see
Okay.
how close. And I do believe he came around here because you could see that roundabout.
Yes.
So I think he came through here. So then I was looking and I don't know where I'm pulled. Like, where would he have gone? Where is that alleyway and where is that path? I don't know. I
But
just
the
am,
parking lot, but
but
there is a
there's a
parking.
parking lot right
So
here.
there could have been a car in the parking lot.
Yeah, for sure. I
You know
just
that.
feel pulled like right in this area here. I just feel pulled right in here somewhere. So I started looking in like looking at what I drew and then
Uh-huh.
looking at like the maps. And I kept saying ski, ski, ski. So I wanted to see where the ski resort was. And
Mm.
so when I pulled over here, let me go over here because I put in um okay, I believe that's it. All right. So here. Okay, so this is where I kind of was looking. And then I started kind of getting pulled. So I think this is where the slopes are,
Oh,
right?
how far is that? How far do you think that is?
Six. Well, it says
Oh, 6 minute walk. No,
that's what it
no,
says.
no,
I don't know if that's true or not, but I
that
mean,
doesn't
because
seem right.
I know, but it is all right here.
Yeah.
So for whatever reason, I don't know why, I was being pulled to this area over here, which is, I don't know what this is called. But I'm going to show you something in my map that I drew. That little roundabout
Uh-huh.
caught my attention right here.
Yes.
Okay. So let me show this to you. I'm going to drop this little dude right there. Okay.
Oh,
So
wow.
what's that? Is that also Airbnb condos? Could the skiers be living there too? Do you see right
And
there?
you can't move towards that. They won't let you go up that drive. Oh,
They won't let me go up the drive, but
oh, look
look,
at the dumpster.
yeah. Okay, wait, it gets even better because this is like, remember I told you it wouldn't be somewhere that would be where everybody would be, right? So
Right.
check this out. Okay, now this is as far as I can go, but
Yeah, no.
there's also like, remember I was saying something about construction? So
Hmm.
this is a facility. Look at this rectangular building.
Hmm.
That is their water treatment center.
Oh, interesting.
I drew a triangle or a rectangle, I'm sorry, and I wrote water. Remember, and there's like a, I forgot what you called it, but there's a water in there. And um, in front of it, I thought there was like a planting fields or something because I saw tan dirt. I'm going to show something to you. But I also have these lines on my picture. I kid you not. So, um, uh, oh, oh, come on. Oh, let me get out of here. That's why. Okay. Okay. Here. I have tan. Tan is what I saw around here. Is what and I put down planting
Uh-huh.
fields question mark tan. So this is all tan, and I have lines going like this on my drawing. And these
Also
would
the
be,
parking lot.
that's all the lines.
Yeah.
Yeah. I even have a road going up, which I believe is this tiny road here. And I drew like a building of some sort. So there's some shit up here. And then I have the main road, which this goes up the mountain. So that's
Huh.
why I'm like, that's really interesting to me.
Did you mark a location on
I
there for
I
him?
did. I wrote down the address. The address to the water treatment plant is
Mm.
3057. Oh, Jesus, here we go. Chem Chem de la Chapelle. Chapelle. That's the address for this right here. This dude right here.
Crème de la Chapelle,
There
recently
you go.
viewed.
Something like that. And remember, I kept saying skiing, ski, something. Is
Hmm.
that what that means?
Skiers. It would look like skiers. I mean, if you didn't know how to say it, right? Skiers.
That's what
I
I'm
don't know how
saying.
to pronounce it,
I just
but
think it's a little weird. And I felt like he would have been
oh, and then they
somewhere.
have Chem de skiers.
Yeah,
I don't know what that.
that's the
Oh, that's
same road.
interesting.
That's the same road that goes all the way to
Crème
the
de
ski
la
resort, that
Chapelle.
goes all the way in. And then this section here is that little where the dumpster is and where I was like, well, do they have like, because I kind of made it close to around here somewhere where I put his body.
Where did you
So
put it? I'm sorry.
I
Where would you?
kind of like in between here, according to my drawing. But listen, my drawing is just a quick placement, but I do feel like
Right,
he
right, right.
was
But is
in
in this
a,
area.
mm-hmm. But I was so drawn to this area. And then I found the roundabout.
That's
I'm like,
crazy.
get out of here. And then that rectangular shape water thing, that is
Yeah.
killing me. And I felt like he was down here somewhere. So that puts him at that that ski house, which I feel like, listen, if you dump a body, -25 degrees or whatever crazy weather it is
It's
over
gonna
there,
stay. It's
it's
gonna
not going to
stay.
decompose.
No,
You're
it's
not
gonna
going to
be like
smell
in a
it.
freezer.
Yeah, you're not going to smell it. You're not going to know. And if you
Mm-mm.
cover it, you would
You can
never
move it
know.
later.
You
Right.
could throw all your garbage away on top of it and not even know. And could this be why they never were never able to find him?
Right. I mean, if they threw him out back somewhere and covered him,
Infrared, I don't know anything about infrared, but could they penetrate through metal?
I don't know that answer.
I don't either. So, but that is, I don't think he's here anymore, obviously. He, wherever that they dump their
Yeah.
garbage is where I would look for Liam. That's me being logical. That's not my psychic sense or anything like that.
Right.
But this totally matches my drawing,
But
which,
now at this point, with how,
mhm.
that would be really,
Girl,
I
when
mean,
I
our,
feel pulled, like when I say I feel pulled, I feel pulled. I did this. I feel the way I feel about this roundabout with this water thing is the way I felt when I worked on that poor little girl in Philadelphia,
oh, yes, 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 at the school.
at the school. And
Can't think of her name. Kata
Kada. Was
Scott.
it
Yeah.
Kada
Kata
Scott?
Scott. Yeah. And
And
that's funny because it's Roy Scott Road right there.
oh, weird. That's crazy. Yeah, but Kada, remember I kept calling her Kada Smith. Anyways,
Yes.
Kada Scott, and I drew the section where the school was tiny, tiny, tiny. And the whole side of the school I made super big and on my map. But
Mm.
when you, now that we know the case and where she was found, it was all on that right hand side where it was big. So I think my brain was like emphasizing where to look. And that's when I saw her, I knew there was something about that right side of the school that they had missed. And I was like, please go back and look. They found her the next day when I put that out. So we have some family members and searchers saying that that helped, you know, but police
Mm.
say they got an anonymous tip. So maybe there was someone else that also gave information, but
That's
who
cool.
knows? Who knows? But this is how drawn, how like pulled I felt to Kata Scott is how I feel about this area right here.
Huh. Wow.
Yeah. I don't know, but I don't know. That to me though is logical. Um, as well as, just because I drew the map, but that to me is, oh, shut your dirty mouth right now. In my map, I even wrote 10-minute drive question mark. That's
Oh,
about
wow.
that's about what it is from that area, I believe, to the water tower drive, not walk, but
Yeah.
drive. So that would make sense.
That would make sense.
That would make sense to me. I just felt like, yeah, I don't know, you know, where was he pinged? Like where,
Yeah.
you
I
know
don't
what I
remember that.
mean?
Yeah.
Like where was he pinging? I'm sure
I
they
mean,
did
his
a
phone
cell.
was on because they said he made a phone or he texted his dad. So I wonder
Yeah.
if it was with him or if they took the phone and threw it.
I
But
don't know,
you
but
never
did I
know.
tell you that they found his wallet in March? So he disappeared in February.
Where
And
was
oh, I
it?
think I did tell you. It was in the parking lot.
Oh, it was just randomly in the parking lot after a month.
Yeah, because the snow starts to dissipate.
Oh, yes,
You have to
yes,
remember this was
it
January, February, and they all
right.
out there skiing.
Yes,
So the snow
yes.
would probably disappear and someone randomly found his wallet in the parking lot. I think that's where he was taken. I think they moved him to the parking lot.
And
And
took him
while
in a
they were
car.
moving him, his wallet dropped. I don't, this is the hard part for me. I don't know. And I'm not picking up whether he literally passed at the scene or passed because of his injuries and in the cold because they dumped him. So, like, did he literally drop his own wallet or did it drop on its own when they were carrying him to the car? Like, I don't know. I truly don't know.
Or did they
Uh,
take something out of it and toss it?
did they still rob him?
Yeah,
Because
that's what
there
I
was no
mean.
money. They did say there was no money in the wallet.
So I'm wondering if they just took it and chucked the.
And they were like, yeah, and now they can blame it on a robbery. You know what I mean? Like, that's the mindset that I get. Because
Right.
I think I even wrote something like that in my notes saying, like, let's make it look like a robbery. It's a setup type of thing.
Mm.
It's a shame. I'm going to tell you though, listen, for whatever reason, I don't feel like this is the first time this has happened there.
With those two men,
But yeah, or like
probably.
they've done it before. And my question to you also is because they're seasonal work. Maybe like, is this the one that got too far? Like they went a little too far. I don't think they have any remorse about it at all. I don't
No,
feel
like you mean
remorse from
like,
these two. Like they're like, eh,
do you mean like you think that they robbed other people, kind of did
yeah,
similar
yeah.
antics, but
Because
never
it was
killed?
I I don't know.
Yeah.
That part I feel is still iffy. Like I don't think it bothers them. They feel like practiced to me, to be
Right,
quite
because they
honest.
see people who are either impaired or in a state
Yeah.
where they can sort of
And they all
dominate.
think that people that are here have a ton of money. Could that be where the hatred comes from?
It could be. It could be, or he could be from a different province and they might just have a dislike for, I don't know. I don't know the social classes and systems in in Canada at all. So there could have
Yeah.
been something, oh, he was from, and we don't look down on.
Right.
I think you said he was from Ontario. Did you say Ontario? Maybe I'm
Yeah.
wrong.
And this, I don't know how far.
I don't either.
Okay. I am going to show you something though. I don't
Okay.
know why these two guys really stood out to me. Um, but I really want to show you this guy. Can you see him?
Not yet. Oh,
It's
let
in
me
your
see.
chat.
Oh, chat. Okay, hold on. Let me come out of here first.
Yeah.
Um,
You know what?
oh,
I
come
wouldn't
up.
even be surprised, to be quite honest,
Chat.
if in that area they have more crimes and missing people
Oh.
during the winter time.
Olivia, I said he had a long, thin, like nose.
I'm off air. I'm going to tell you who he is.
Okay.
I
I only
don't.
see,
I
did you
don't
just
feel.
post one man?
Yeah, I can't
Okay.
get the other. I don't know what the heck happened to the other dude. I don't know where I. Let me see if I can get him. But this person, I don't know. Just because we don't know.
Right. We don't know.
We don't know. I don't feel comfortable really
Yep.
divulging a whole bunch of information about this kid.
Yep.
Um, let me. Oh, I know what I did. I put him probably over here. Let me see.
Huh.
I am looking. Oh, this one.
That drawing that I did, I started with my eyes closed.
Okay, here's.
I never know what I'm going to draw.
Okay, this one is the one I think we both drew.
Okay.
Did it go through yet?
Let's see. It's still on the map page. Hold on.
All right.
I got to come back out of the map page.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
maybe.
should be in your chat.
Okay. So let me go to my chat now. It's easier to see this way.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
So
yeah. Look at that. Oh, real clipped on the sides and long over on the. Oh, wow.
yeah,
And the
dude,
thicker.
wait.
And I have the bushy eyebrows. Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
And the ears that kind of, yeah.
And
Oh,
I'm going to
that's really,
share the picture that I took of my drawing because you couldn't see it. And you're going to poop yourself, girlfriend. It's
wow.
going to take a minute. But yeah, I don't know. How do you feel? Do you feel like he's going to be found?
His body's going to be found or the perp's going to be found.
Either or.
For some reason, I'm getting the perp first. They're going
Okay.
to figure something out. I don't know. They're gonna look at somebody and through that maybe find the body.
Yeah.
Um,
I I think that
I
they have I would not be surprised. Let me just say
I
this. I
want to
wouldn't
take
be
a picture of this
surprised.
guy.
I would not be surprised. And I'll share this with you as well. I'm going to put it on my TikTok.
Okay.
Um, oh, I don't know if I'm going to put the pictures on the TikTok, but our drawings I'll definitely put on the TikTok.
I am always amazed at just starting with something with your eyes closed and just starting that sort of process. I'm always amazed how it sort of evolves into the what it looks like. You know,
Yeah,
it's
isn't that
because you're not
crazy?
looking at it. You know what I mean? I try to take myself out of it and not even think about that. I just like I ask for that to happen.
Exactly. And
So
for
that
me, it's more of a what I do is just kind of um I just kind of oh gosh, I know I don't know which one this is labeled.
he came
Oh,
towards
here.
me, called out to me from behind. What does that mean? Is that how he met? What does that mean?
What did I write?
It says he came towards me, called out to me from behind. Is that
Oh, that is what he said. Oh
was
wait,
his?
wait. I can't tell you right now.
Oh, okay,
I'll tell you after.
okay, okay. I just was wondering why that was there.
Okay,
That's what I
so
was
check
asking.
this out. This is my drawing. This is what you couldn't see, and then later I'll share my map.
Okay, all right.
Did it go through? Oh shit, sorry. I didn't hit send. I'm an idiot. Okay, there you go.
Okay,
It's thinking right
let
now.
me close that for a
But
minute.
yeah, I don't know if they're gonna find him.
Oh
I'm not.
wow. Yeah, that same evil.
Is that weird?
Mm.
And even my other drawing looks like the dude on the top. And I know
Hmm.
we're not going to discuss who I did show her
Mm.
pictures of a couple of people, and they are relevant
Mm.
to the case. And yeah. So don't ask about the pictures.
I'm not going to. I'm
Yeah,
just, I'm
because
just, I'm
I
just, I'm
mean,
just taking
yeah, there
pictures of
as of
them.
right now, there's no, I'm going to
Right.
tell you though that I do feel that police have probably a little bit more than what they're even saying, maybe even to the
Oh, of
family.
course. Of course. Of
I
course.
feel like how I honestly feel like, the whole parking lot thing. I would not be
Mhm.
surprised if there's some kind of like proof of life or visual or not proof of life, but that's like the wrong words to use.
Mm.
But if there's some kind of visual that they're holding back, there's something in the parking lot? Are they holding back? Or did they give it out? Like, I don't know. I just feel like the parking lot is huge and the ski resort, like this actual ski area is huge.
Yes.
And if that's where if I'm correct, it's that area back there. I don't know if I'm assuming that's the major ski resort. Because it up on the very top of the mountain, it says Mount Tremblant, Mont Tremblant Ski Patrol, right? So I'm still at the very bottom of the mountain because they had to go dispose and go back to the Airbnb to show face. Like I feel like they had to show face like we're going to the
Mm.
party.
Right.
So
Right.
they're not going to leave that season, but they may not come back.
Mm.
I don't know.
Wow.
Just a
Wow.
thought. Just that's keeps
Wow.
popping in my head. Like, I don't know if they're going to come back because they're scared. Because that's like
Well, that might have gotten a little bit too far from their comfort range.
maybe
Maybe they took it a little too
I'm going to
far.
tell you, I would not be surprised. Okay, let's say these perpetrators get caught. I would say that I wouldn't be surprised if they confess to another disappearance.
No, I wouldn't be surprised either
And I
because
do feel like that other disappearance would be a murder also. Because that this is too it's too was too easy. It was like not a blink of an eye. Like they just did it. You know what I'm
like, I
saying?
mean, 3 in the morning, he was talking to somebody and then he was gone. So, I mean, it
Mm-hmm.
seems like it happened. I mean, it probably happened at night. I'm going to assume it happened before 6 a.m. So, like 3 to 6 a.m. It's still
Oh,
quick.
dude, no, I think it was
Yeah,
like,
it happened fast.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's what I'm
think
saying. There's not a lot of
3:20
time
he
in
was
there.
last seen talking. I would
And then
say
by 4, he was
3:40.
done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
3:30,
So,
3:40, he's done.
that brazen wouldn't happen on your first try, I don't think.
Exactly. Like that's why I
So,
feel like they're practiced. They know.
right.
They know
So
what they're doing.
they knew what they were hunting, they knew what to look, they look for certain people, they look
Yep.
for certain, you know, whether they targeted him for, I don't think it happened to walk out there. I think he happened to be, and they just set good
Yeah, it's
shots.
not like I
They
think
didn't,
something happened at the bar. I think
could
some
be,
kind of weird something that he may not
or on
even
the
thought it was a
slopes,
big deal.
or on the slopes
Yeah.
earlier in the
I
day,
don't
and
know.
he was using that
I feel pulled to the
to the
bar.
bar.
I do. I really feel pulled to the bar. Something at the bar happened.
And I felt
And
like he was blowing off steam and went outside. So I wonder if he saw them in a, who knows? I mean,
who
because
the
I felt,
perpetrator?
yes, yes.
Mm,
No, the victim I felt was kind of blowing off. Came outside from whatever was going on. He felt like he was blowing off some steam and just kind of walking. Trying to just.
yeah, I don't. Yeah, I didn't catch any of that. I very well could be, right? Because I feel like
I mean, he'd been
honestly, I
drinking,
felt
so it's
yeah, I think he was drunk.
yeah. Because my mind
But
was.
yeah, for sure. But listen, he, I think like he doesn't even think it's a big deal. Like Oh
Right.
yeah, no problem, dude. Like he's so easygoing, this kid, that I
Mm,
think the perpetrator is the one who blew this way out of proportion. I think
yes.
he's got some serious anger issues. I think
Yes.
that yeah, I just think he's a little on the cuckoo nut side. And then the other dude is like, yeah, whatever you do. Whatever, dude, like one's the leader and one's definitely a follower. But
Yes.
they're both into the crime thing. Like that doesn't bother either one of them, in my opinion. In
Mm.
my opinion. And based on intuition. Like that's crazy.
And
I
it could
don't,
have started out small, them
yeah.
robbing, and then kind of up the ante,
Yeah.
as it got a little bit.
Yeah. So I did find I found a Facebook page for Liam and his disappearance. And I am linking it to the description below. Liam's family also creates where I got a lot of the information, a website. And I will also link this below. I've also included the police department's phone number, and I'm not going to botch their name anymore. God bless their souls. And I've included that phone number. So if anybody knows anything, this
Mm.
you are the person that's going to solve this. Like that, please help Liam and his family. Like
Mm.
this is bananas.
Yeah. If you know
And
something, say something.
yeah, gosh, and this is a 22-year-old kid who just went out to go skiing and have a great time. It was like I believe I read somewhere that it was his first time away with his friends, and this happens.
Mm.
And here's another thing I want to say for any young man that is out and about, or moms, or anybody that's listening that has a young man that is going to go out. My husband said to me, which I thought was like, what? Because as girls, we always like buddy up, buddy up, right?
Right.
You go to the
Right.
bathroom, you buddy up. And my husband was like, I would have walked home by myself because I was like, this kid was walking home by himself to the hotel. And my husband's like, I would have walked by myself. And I was like, well, you guys are not invincible.
Right.
Guys
And he
should
was already a little bit under the weather here. So that makes
exactly.
it even worse.
I just feel like, you think you're in a higher end area. You don't think it's going to be high in crime, but you have to remember crime happens everywhere, especially in higher end areas, right? They are know you're going to have money. They know that you're going to be, you know what I mean? So,
And the later in the night it is, nothing good comes of being,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
a judge told me one time, nothing ever good comes out of being out of your house between 2 and 4 a.m.
Right.
And I was like, you're absolutely right. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it breaks my heart. So we will have all this information in the description below. Anna, I think you and I, once again, I know Anna in the beginning, you were like, I'm not getting much, but to
Yeah.
me, even if it's because we're not going to connect to all cases like really, really strong. There's some
No, you
cases we're just
don't.
like flooded with info. Um, all this information that I got was based out of 5 different sessions,
And I did
like
3.
spaced out. And I went back and I just kind of like, I try to hit it from every different angles, right? And so that's why I
Mm-hmm.
think I got that information. But my map drawing seems to be, to me, where my specialty is. And it's not like I
Mm.
see it in my head. My hand just draws and I make these maps.
I don't even think about the map. Like it's crazy, but like I don't even think to set the intention for the map.
Right. And I say, give it a shot because
Yeah.
look at how close our drawings are.
Yeah.
Wait, you guys have to go onto my TikTok. It's Olivia Dybert, Psychic Mead, MED. And go and check out the drawings because it's weird. It's crazy. That last case that we did with Nick Grassmeyer,
Mm-hmm.
Morgan's picture and my picture were almost identical.
Yes.
That was bananas. By the way, I am not an artist, nor can I draw, but for whatever reason, my drawings for cases and stuff are always way better than when I try.
Yeah, and you don't have to be that because I try to draw with my eyes closed to try to take
Yeah.
out that, that if I can draw a face or whatever. So I just kind of close my eyes and be like, okay, let's start it here.
And
And then
Josephine,
whatever sort of flies,
yeah.
pops
And
up.
then Josephine also recommended that I draw with my left hand.
Yes. Sometimes I'll do that as well.
I'm like,
Non-dominant
that's
hand.
crazy. I can't even draw as it is. I did tell her, I said, well, I've gotten down now the drawings with my right hand, excuse me. And she was like, well, continue to do that if you want, but try it with her left hand. And I was like,
Yes. Because
ooh.
that way you're not controlling the drawing. Because sometimes if I sit there and I think about like, well, not think, but like allow it to come in and I'm like, oh, I see this kind of a nose. And then I start drawing it with my start drawing from that perspective.
Yeah,
It's a little bit different than seems like I get more success if I don't do that. If I start
that's so
cold turkey
crazy.
without even seeing the face, I didn't even have any idea what the face looked like.
Oh no, I never know what the face looks like
You
ever.
know what I mean? Like I didn't even have a hit on a nose or anything. It was
No,
just like, go in there and do it.
I don't ever see. And that's why it always surprises me when I draw a female, because I'm going to
Mm,
tell you, I have a hard time pulling apart the energy between male and female. And the only reason is, um, like, especially perpetrators, because we usually draw the perpetrator. We normally know what the victim looks like. So,
right.
um, perpetrators have a really heavy energy to me. And so it
Yes.
doesn't matter to me whether it's a male or a female. The females feel like males to me
Yeah. It's dark, heavy
because they're
energy.
dark. Yeah.
Yeah.
And especially for a female because it's so rare. So it's like not so rare, but I mean, it's not as common. But yeah, they have the same energy to me. So half the time I'm just drawing thinking it's going to be a guy. And then I draw a chick and I'm just like, okay, that's crazy. I cannot believe I drew a female. That's when I know when that it's really right because I always think I'm drawing a guy.
And I know it too. Like if I think I'm so wrong and so off, I usually am more on than when I think I'm on. So
Hmm.
it's kind of weird. I'm like, oh, it can't be that. Like, oh, why did I draw that?
Yes, girl.
And then it's like,
Yes.
oh,
Every time I think
crazy.
I'm right, I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild. And then same, I totally agree. So, well, you guys, this is the story of Liam Toman. I am having a hard time talking today, y'all. I'm sorry. Um, Anna, thank you so much for working on him. He deserves all the attention. And it's been over a year. I would love if this episode found his family somehow and maybe it helps them
Helped in
look for
some way.
another area, look into
Yeah.
another area of where he could be found. I would say like wherever you would that's that area over there by that water treatment place. Um, where does those dumpsters in those areas, where do they go? But you know how it is looking in a landfill. That's like
So
finding a
so much time
needle
later
in
too.
a haystack.
But think about that. It's
It's
been
over a
how
year.
you're right.
But if they take, cadaver dogs,
They
maybe
might be able
just
to
maybe.
sniff something out, even at
Yeah.
being around that area.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, dogs can sniff at trees and find
Right. Years
DNA
later.
years later.
Right.
Yeah. It's
So
just that the DNA goes up the tree. So they bark at the treetops, or 100 years. They can find bones after 100 years.
it's amazing.
Yeah. It's crazy. I'd love to get a sniffer dog.
Yeah, that would be so cool.
Yeah. I want to do that. But all right,
All
everyone.
right.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us. This is the story of Liam Toman. Um, like I said, I'd love if you happen to know the family or anybody in the search team, slap them this info and see if maybe that helps them maybe search in a different area. I don't know
Absolutely.
what could it hurt at this point, you know? So, thanks everybody for hanging out with us. And we
Thank
will talk.
you.
Yeah, absolutely. And thanks, Anna. I appreciate you as always. And
Thank you.
we will talk to you guys next month. Bye.
Bye.